Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, it's Megan, and I am currently just going through and I want to show you kind of my visual aids. This is by Miranda McCormick. Miran's McCormick is like her Tumblr name. It's super cute. This is Venus/Jade, depending on which project I'm working on, and this is Fox from Isle of Gilded Rot. And this art and the next art you'll see are by Raviolis. This is Fox from Isle of Gilded Rot, which I just said, but I just wanted to reiterate. And the next one you'll see is from a very specific pet project of mine called the Venus Society, which if you want to know about that, which is my favorite. Anyway, this is also by Raviolis, but if you want to know anything about the Venus Society, let me know. I might just tell you anyway, because it's honestly one of my favorite whips, and I really need to get back into it. I keep trying to, and I just keep failing, but it's one of my favorites. So I was gonna do a whole new video, another video like the one I just released for the first day of camp, where I just kind of wrote, but I think that's kind of boring. And honestly, even though I kind of choose this to be kind of like a podcast, I also would not want to sit there and watch someone just type the whole time. So you get a little bit of me typing. But then I kind of switch over and I choose to show you instead how I go about making a Pinterest board, which is not really that exciting. But if you just have any interest in scrolling through Pinterest with another person, that's essentially what it is. Also, it's just another way to distract me because I was bored. I do need to get my words in today, though. I've gotten quite a bit more than what I left off on. This is like the face claim of Jade, who is the main character of this WIP that I'm not going to share with you guys because of the WIP curse. I might make a video about that too because that's just a fun time, which you'll later see. I have to go to add her to the Pinterest board that I am going to make in a little bit here. I have to Google search that picture. I don't really remember exactly what the term is, but you know, you right click and you like search for this picture on there and you find it. Anyway, I find out that she's an actual model and not just like one of those one-off pictures that someone took and posted on there, which was a weird thing to me. I'm currently scrolling through, what are these? These are greenhouses that people make into actual living spaces, which, and I love it. I love it. I would love to live in a goddamn greenhouse, like one of those greenhouses that look like birdhouses that are all glass. Oh my god, those are beautiful, and I want to live in one. Like the dream. The dream is to live apparently in a greenhouse, even though I can barely keep my cactuses alive. I'm getting a little distracted here in this clip because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look at other stuff that has nothing to do with the WIP I'm currently working on because I have a problem with, you know, starting things that I want to work on. It's a problem, obviously. So, Pinterest tidbit, if you were ever trying to find something specific for like a mood board or something, put aesthetic at the end. If you didn't already know that, there you go. Just write like, you'll see I put like forest aesthetic, I put small town aesthetic, Victorian mansion aesthetic, I think, and random things like that so that I can kind of build a visual representation of the settings that I've currently been making. So Jade and her mom live in a Victorian mansion like this that's a rental place? Has a bunch of rental apartments in it that her aunt owns. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to share too much because, like I said, the curse. I hope this one's a little more interesting, where I actually have something to say, because I'm having a little more fun talking to you about this stuff than, like, just blathering on. There you go. See? She's a model, an actual model. That was astounding to me. But it didn't matter because I just needed that one picture and I added it and I was like, there we go. That's good. That's done. Nothing else. I mean, I still kind of look, but moved on real quickly. And also closed out of YouTube for a little while. I opened it right back up. Oh, and this was the picture that I think that's the picture I sent to get the piece done by Miranda. I feel weird calling her by her first name, but she doesn't have actually like a Tumblr username outside of her actual name, so I'm like, I guess that's what I gotta call her. So here I am, like I said, going through like the mansions to find like a good Victorian one that looks like it belongs in my setting, which is kind of So this WIP was really inspired by Tithe. I think that word's pronounced Tithe by Holly Black, which was like my all-time favorite urban fantasy for the longest time, and I just reread it for the first time in probably like 4 or 5 years, and it just really inspired me to get back to like my favorite things, which are urban fantasy. It is my favorite form of fantasy. Isle of Gilded Rot is like this really great thing, but it's really high fantasy, and I'm just not capable of that kind of stuff, you know. Urban fantasy is just my preferred writing. I like to write in the real world with no actual rules that are based on reality, because screw reality, it's not important. Also, small town vibes, facts. They were ultra spooky, but also like isolating feeling, and I'm like, wow, that's exactly what it feels like to live in a small town. I would know. I've lived one forever. I don't know if I look at anything. Nope, I'm looking for hairstyles because I was procrastinating, and I was trying to find more things to fill up the Pinterest board so that you could get a good representation, a visual aid, if you will, of this secret WIP. Because apparently, even though I'm not going to tell you about it, I will most certainly show you it. At this point, I might as well just make this a podcast and not do this. But anyway, here is the WIP board and some Daisy. Have a nice day, guys. I love you. Bye.